this is, of course, not going to be a surprise. If you are familiar with what my main man says about, Ukraine, or what my main man says about like Muslims, or what he says about trans people, anything NATO adjacent, Žižek is going to have the worst possible take on. But let's see. I genuinely don't know what he said. So let's start.
He's a dark, conservative, religious fanatic. That's why to provoke people, as you know, I think I said give even nuclear arms to Ukraine.
Okay, never mind. He's HasanAbi had posting. Never mind. He said, there is a Twitch streamer by the name of Hasan. He says, nuclear proliferation is not a problem. It's called the HasanAbi doctrine.
Yeah, well, on that point,
I'm saying.
On that point,
we have to
Slavoj,
do everything.
Yeah, I think it was a terrible mistake for Ukraine to be persuaded to give up their nuclear.
Damn, son. Everyone's talking about the HasanAbi doctrine. We made it, boys. They don't even know it. They don't even know they're talking about it, but they're talking about it, baby. Let's go. We got it. Dude, this is locked up. This is it. Get nukes. Step 1, obtain nukes, baby.
Nuclear capability, because it seemed to me that was just a green light to Putin to then invade them.
We should read what horrors they are saying, Russian media. They have a full return to religious fundamentalism. They portray the war in...
Wait, why are people mad about this take? I thought he was being like, Zizek says there are no less Arabs. They are no less than Arabs. Oh, that's the part that's the part that's like annoying. I think he like compared it to Muslims or Arabs or something, but so far it's not like that crazy of a take.
Ukraine as the war of Christian civilization against demoniac satanism and so on.
Yeah.
I mean, they are no less than Arabs. They are today in the worst sense.
He's so fucking racist, dude. I will say the worst thing I can say about Vladimir Putin. He is an Arab. That is awesome. Oh my God, dude. The worst thing you could say about a guy is that he is no less than an Arab. That's correct. You had no clue he was a racist? Okay, he's Balkan. Okay, come on. He's constantly Balkan posting. Jesus Christ, dude. This is a standard European take. I know. It just sucks when I hear it, regardless. Especially sucks when I hear it from a dude who has, he's a prolific writer, has some pretty solid takes. I literally I lean on some of his analysis when I'm telling you about things, explaining concepts to you. You know what I mean? It's just like weird to hear. Sucks.
Fanatical religious fundamentalists. Yes. They have to be.
The first time I heard you talk about Žižek was mentioning how much of a Euro cuck he is. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely bad. Like, I have a nose for that sort of thing, being, from the sick man of Europe country, Turkey, being an Ottoman son. I think I definitely have more of a hair trigger to say when someone is like a pan-European supremacist. I would even go so far as to say sometimes Giannis broaches on that territory, but he's like infinitely better. I wouldn't even consider them on the same. Giannis is actually really good across the board. He's really good. These guys are all DM25 too, which is crazy. No, not Antetokounmpo. I'm talking about not the Greek freak, the other Greek freak, Giannis Varoufakis. I was about to fight you for coming for Varoufakis. No, I think DM25 does have like a little bit of maybe a little bit too much of a pro-European standpoint. But overall, I think Giannis is great. I love Giannis Varoufakis. I have constantly rode for him. I'm going to be having him on the stream soon as well.
Stop unconditionally.
Žižek says they are no less than Arabs. They are fanatical religious fundamentalists. In an attempt to describe Russian mentality on the Ukraine war, he's the softest, removed Netanyahu liberal on the genocide in Gaza too. I'm done with this old guy trying to cling to relevancy with quasi-bombastic quotes. Kill your heroes and so on. Kill your heroes and so on. Good riddance. To think I defended some of his analysis on mass migration when he said that letting in too many migrants too quick would immediately get fascists into power, thinking he was doing astute material analysis. Turns out my boy just didn't want Arabs in the country. Top that off with his obvious shilling depicted in him being radically pro-continuation of this conflict with Russia, the most mainstream accepted opinion on the planet, while rejecting violence and talking about flowers and peace and coexistence when it comes to the active genocide in Gaza, all simply shows he's in it to regain influence and relevancy after being ousted for his "if Trump wins, it will allow the left to grow" in the U.S. take from almost 10 years ago, which, by the way, was correct, but got him completely removed from the limelight. We can now see he obsesses over. Thankfully, work surpasses the slowly degrading mind, soul, and body, and I will always be thankful to the Žižek of old for teaching me, together with Gramsci, about ideology, about the ethics of violence, and much else. But that's it. I'm done with the shell of a man I used to admire. For those of you who don't know, one of my ideology t-shirts literally has a Žižek quote as well. I guess my biggest disappointment is that he's turned into a pop philosopher, a sort of grind set guy who goes on shows to say provocative stuff that can get him on more shows. Capitalism commodified my favorite modern philosopher, lol. I mean, Žižek has sucked for a while. Why are people so dramatic about this? Yeah, I'm gonna make a new Žižek t-shirt. Putin worse than Arabs. You guys know Hitchens stands at the dude's journey too. Listen. You guys know this. I've talked about this with respect to even Norm Finkelstein, as a matter of fact. You don't have to like everything that they fucking say. I don't agree with a lot of Norm's takes on identity politics or the hyper focus on it, but his work speaks for itself as it pertains to the issue of Palestinians existing under a very violent apartheid regime that occupies their existence. Radically pro-continuation of the conflict with Russia is an interesting way of framing it. Yeah, I don't even have an issue with his takes. I don't even have an issue with Žižek's takes on this one as it pertains to, like, Ukraine, because he's not even talking about, like, the Ukrainian perspective. Maybe the longer interview brings in, like, what the interest that Ukrainians have in continuing, like, to continuously be under fire by Russian rockets in general. But ultimately, in that snippet, I don't even disagree with what he was saying. Come on, this is dramatic even for Žižek. I've read his works. He's not as explicit in his other works. No, he absolutely is, like, you know, he definitely is not exactly too fond of Arabs and Muslims. Okay, that's it. And I think those biases actually make your analysis worse. That's all I'm saying. You have to kill the reactionary in your brain at all times. If you don't do that, then that reactionary in your mind is going to take over and cause your analysis to be worse overall. Because reactionary thinking is cheating. Reactionary thinking is easy thinking. And everybody wants that cheat code, okay? The comfortable bosom of the warm waters of reactionary thinking. Do you understand? It's comfortable territory. Everyone wants to be in comfortable territory when they're thinking about issues. Islamist fundamentalism is right-wing and fascistic. This is such a dumb take by this Twitter forever online loser. Islamist fundamentalism is right-wing and fascistic. Yeah, you're right about that. Except he's talking about Arabs. So if you, as a 32-month subscriber, immediately go, oh, Arabs the same across the board and Arabs equals Islamist fundamentalism, you're out of your fucking mind. How can you be in this community for 32 fucking months and think that, like, Arab equals Islamist fundamentalism? I like that I was just talking about killing the reactionary in your mind and engaging in critical thinking, and this guy basically demonstrated that he doesn't want to do that on this issue because those biases are very comfortable. Might be a boomer like me, man. 2001 propaganda was really hard to shake for people that lived through the media narrative bliss about Muslim bad bullshit. Took a lot for me personally. I know, but, like, come on. I get that, and I'm very understanding, but 32 months? Really? That's crazy.